What are you doing, punk? No, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing it anymore. Oh, wow, I'm getting really slapped out here. Why is he so deep? Why is he so deep? Hello everyone, this is your host Professor Reha back with the Kumbhakarna Support Clash Guide, part 3. The last time I played like a selfish trash bag, so let's try not to do that this time. Let me see. He Bo and Sylvanus. Okay, Sylvanus with Kumbha, okay. To be fair, I did insta-lock, so I'm not really going to flame him for that. Let me double check something. I am for this. I've done that once, the Animosity Sylv build, back when it was hot. I haven't done it since they nerfed Animosity a little bit, and I'm kind of anxious to see how it works. My cousin was really fond of Animosity Sylv when Animosity was big. I don't mind the Sylvanus Kumbha combination. I might build a little bit more damage just to try to be a warrior type, but we'll see how this goes. Let me see. I don't feel like it being this particular one. Although this isn't bad, but I was just this last time. I think we'll do Pinata. Pinata Kumbha. Okay, yeah. I'm actually cool with this. This is actually a good team comp. I'll have to play a bit more like a warrior than a support. But that's something Kumbhakarna can pull off pretty effectively in Clash, at least, without too much trouble. Really, the only change is I might try to build a little bit of penetration somewhere in there. That's about the really only big difference. I might build a more aggressive starter item as well, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Let me see. You know what I haven't tried is alternate timeline on Kumbhakarna. That could be fun. Let me see. Merlin, Thanatos, Horus, Cerberus, Ram. Alright. Let's see. I want to see what Sylv builds as his initial. We're going to go Blink first, though. Okay, he's going full protections. Alright. Alright, we'll save the Benevolence then. I think we could do a really interesting Animosity build with Kumbhakarna. Let's see what we can do, yeah? Alright, first off, I am going to want to go into some form of physical protections. I think we're going to go into Contagion right off the... No, Contagion right off the top would be a really bad idea. I am going to go into Sovereignty here. Not Mystical Mail. That automatically wakes up. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, though. No, we probably shouldn't. We'll grab Sovereignty first. You are very aggressive. But okay. Okay, I was kind of hoping that would go through, but I didn't think it would. Alright, there. Press. Oh, ooh, a bit of an issue there. Who is that dying? He Bo. Alright. The Sylvanus is going to be toxic, huh? Alright. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, we're out of here. That's not good. You gonna chase me, Rob? No, you're not. Okay. I want to save up at least for 700 gold for Sovereignty. Let's see what we can do with that. Let me see. I'll need Pestilence pretty early. 3 of them have a self-heal. Horus, Thanatos, and Cerberus. Nope, not today, Thanatos. I know what you're going to do. You're going to hit me with the Death Scythe, slow me down, and then try to finish me off from there. Well, you were going to get my passive down, and then Ram was going to kill me. I know exactly how that was going to work. I'm glad they were able to pick up a kill in the right lane. That was pretty important. We're pretty far behind at this point. Let's see. Danza's build isn't too bad so far. He Bo's going with probably the Charon's coin first, which is not a bad idea at all. But actually, it's pretty good for He Bo. Let me just steal some farm over here. My next move is definitely going to be Pestilence. I was kind of hoping Rom would just stand there and let the minion hit him, but he did not. I'm expecting some kind of trick here. I'm expecting an ult from either Thanatos or Rom. They have a really good opportunity to kill Hobble if he's not careful. No, oh, you're healed up. Would you use potions? You had to have. Oh, good, I hit him. Nope, that's... Oh, you're going for this. Okay. I mean, I can kind of understand he's got no mana. Good. Excellent. Let's see how this works. Excellent, it works perfectly. This is one match where I'll actually be okay with getting kills because I'm supposed to be playing a warrior type here. Sovereignty will fit into my plan later on. Okay, we're going to be able to lure in a Horus with this, so this is going to be pretty fantastic. I'm just saving up my mana to try to get the... There we go. Did Danzaburou die to Horus in the background here? Is that what happened? That's a shame if so. But not too big of a problem, necessarily. I do not have the mana for any of this. I mean, go ahead, guy. I don't care. I'm going to have to defend this lane until Hobble gets here. Hobble's not coming over here. I do some pretty good damage, though. Now I'm out of here. Yeah, I can't defend left lane right now. Oh my goodness. Why is everyone in the right lane all the time? We gotta defend both lanes. Well, I can at least take out the archers. I'm gonna have to leave the tower for that. I can get the gold from these guys. Until the mini wave shows up. I don't have the mana for this. Thank you. Oh my goodness, really? I just want someone to come over here and defend this lane for 2 seconds. Thank you, Susano. I've been here for 2 waves with no mana, honestly. I could build Benevolence, but that's going to reduce my experience growth, and I can't really afford that in Clash. Well, let me rephrase that. I could, but it's a bit of a risk, because if we fall behind like we were at the beginning, then that could hurt me really badly in the long run. Alright, fair enough. I was hoping Hobwall would take advantage of that by using the Hyper Bidet, but he did not. I hear Rom ulting. Alright. That was all of his mana, so he's actually a free kill. Nope, we were too slow on the uptake there. I was there. Sylvanus tried to get there, but Sylvanus probably doesn't have. He had the movement. And I just got there earlier. Ooh, a dodge. I was hoping he'd juke that other way, but he did not. Do we have something here? Oh, he went full in on this. It was... He went around... The fact that he went around the tower was very smart. It prevented the ROM from utilizing the tower as a means of trying to block that. Alright. This is going very south very quickly. I'm not gonna... I was gonna say, I'm not gonna be able to save you even with all that. Hey, I think you just saved my life with that. They're diving? Alright. Oh, they are diving very hard here. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. He tried, but there was just absolutely nothing we could do. Which one is their official tank? Looks like Horus is. He looks like he's building warrior as well. Alright, so we get Pestilence. I'm trying to emphasize HP right now. Let me see. I want more physical protections. But I also want health. Soul Gem might be a good idea at this point. More physical protections would be good. Oh, you know what? I should probably build Hide of the Urchin at this point. That would be really good, actually. Take that. Oh, good. That was good timing. Oh, so close. Oh, I missed. Nice. Very nice. Oh, then you got... Yeah, alright. Oh, he's mad. Okay. Oh, you just used your root on the... Your silence on the wrong person. Get out of here, punk. I still don't have the mana. I probably should build this Breastplate of Valor, honestly. I really need the mana regen from that. Stone of Gaia, though, would probably be really good. Actually. I might go for Stone of Gaia instead. I mean, he tried his darndest to sacrifice himself for the good of the team. Oh, good play, good play. That was a good blink. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go for a Stone of Gaia. I don't know why I don't have this in my everything here. But we're going to go for this. We are going to go for this. Alright. Yeah, our damage was too far up. We're too aggressive. Alright, let's see what we got here. That was a whiff. Alright. So far, so good. So far, so good. We still have a good shot at winning this. I'm not too concerned here. Let me see. My next step. Fair enough. Good play. He recognized that I was there, which was good on him. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. We actually have them kind of surrounded. Good play, good play. Nice. Oh, I completely whiffed that. Good. Good hit, good hit. Now what you can do. There you go. Are we gonna get anything in here? Yes, I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna whiff that though. Sylvanus totally saved my life right there. That was a save right there. He completely saved my life right there. That was good. Nice. Alright. I want cooldowns. I want physical protections. Well, no, my physical protections should be okay for the time being. You don't give cooldowns anymore. I forgot about that. You know what? We'll go for this. We'll go for the soul gem. Honestly. There we go. And then we'll probably go for... Should I go for Meal of Renewal anyways? No, I don't want to surrender. Hide of the Urchin? Hide of the Urchin might be good. That'll give me a decent amount of protections. Then I build Animosity at the end. Does no one care about my boy here? Okay. Wow. They really slapped him down. Sylvanus comes over here. Help me out. I do some work. We rum. Yeah, you're gonna get me, yeah. But the Sylvanus will get you, punk. Nice play. He's trying so hard. That's okay. I need to spell first. Nice. Yeah, we're going to go for Hide of the Urchin, I think. I need a little bit more protections on each. I don't have quite as much cooldown as maybe I'd like, but I'm going to be building Animosity anyways, so I'll be kind of relying a little bit heavily on my auto attacks anywho, so...
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I kind of need the soul gem, honestly. I need some form of... Well, no, I think I have an idea. I think I know how I'm going to make this work. No, I know exactly how I'm going to make this work. Hold on. How you doing? Barely out of my range. I need to readjust my build, though. I know Soul Gem was a mistake. I know exactly what I need to build. Hello. Awfully bold of you, don't you think? Uh-oh. Oh, really? Is that what you think? Huh. Nice. Where are you going? Don't run away. Stay and play. Where'd you go, little doggy? I probably shouldn't be here in all honesty. Oh, here we go. This is where I die. Yep. I should not have been there. I got way too aggressive there. We need to drop this. We need to drop this. What I need is this. And I need... Nope. What I need is... this. Actually, if I build... Hold on. What if I built... what if I built... this, and then built up to that? I think that would work out far better for me. Okay. This is my first time building the Animosity Kumbhakarna, so I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. How you doing? Uh-huh. You feel doomed? Oh, I don't think you're gonna get away. Alright. Good play, good play. Wait until I get my animosity, then I'm gonna really slap you fools. That's right. Good block, good block. Come on. Oh, we tried so hard. Oh, here's Susano. Come on, somebody gotta get her. There we go. No, you guys are doomed. Come here. Here we got him. Dead to rights. Oh, nice. Root. Just take Rom. He just goofed his roll. Those are good beads. You silly fool. Take him. There you go. And this is where you die, Horus. Get out of here. Perfect. Oh, you're still going. Oh, you're a bold boy. Come here. They're staying way too long. The enemy team is staying way too long overall. They're chasing individual kills for absolutely no good reason. I'm attacking, but I don't need to be standing in the middle of this fire here. Oh, good jump, good jump. No, we can't chase that. That's not going to happen. Let's just take the tower while we're over here. That was a overall decent fight for us. I'm not necessarily sure we won that. It's pretty tough to tell who specifically won that. No, don't F6. My goodness, Danza, we're only 5 kills down. My goodness. You just wasted your ult for no reason, Thanatos. What are you doing? What was that? Excuse me? Good play, good play. But Susano's here, so he'll take care of this. There we go. Excellent. Good, good. There's Rom. There's the ult. Go to sleep. Let's see what you guys got, huh? I gotta get out of here. We're staying way too long now. Yep, okay, we got it. We got it. We're fine. Whew. And Danzaburou almost took the tower. Almost took that Phoenix tower, my goodness. And now for the penultimate move. Animosity. Oh no. Alright. I have a really nice pool of health there. Love to see it. Almost have enough for animosity. We're just going to clear this wave really quick. It's going to be glorious. And there it is. Alright, let's animosity this. I could have built Gem of Isolation, but I really don't think that would have been necessary in all honesty, considering how much crowd control I have to slow down enemies, so that's all I'm really going to say on that matter. It just shouldn't be necessary with the way Kumbha's kit works, for the most part. What's going on over here? Huh? Hi. You okay? How are you feeling, huh? How you feeling about this? He tried. He really did. Horus tried his darndest. Okay, so we have... Yep, we have Thanatos back there. What happened to Merlin? I'm expecting Susano to get out, yeah. No, come on. Nope. Alright. We'll just slap you, I guess, then, huh? Oh, Susano's back. Good. Okay. Just go for Horus, then, I guess. No escaping for you. Where are you at? There you are. Alright. Not who I wanted to hit with that, but okay. I gotta get out of here. Nice pickup, nice pickup. Okay. I'm not gonna leave my allies behind. No, I saw my passive. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, waste your shots. Right? Come on, you want to come into this tower? Let me throw a global ult at you. Nice. Alright. Back in we go. What are we doing now? No, stop trying to surrender, please. We're starting to make a slow recovery, honestly. My goodness. I don't have any penetration, which is a little bit of a problem. I will freely concede that. But... Huh. No, I can't stand all that damage. Yeah, I was gonna say. What are you doing, punk? No, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing it anymore. Oh, wow, I'm getting really slapped out here. Why is he so deep? Why is he so deep? Oh, I almost dodged that. I got a little aggressive there, definitely. I was way too deep in there. I got Susano out, though. I'm not sure if that was by merit of the fact that I went so deep and they turned around to kill me, or if he was going to get out naturally. I wasn't paying enough attention, but at the very least, Susano didn't die with me, so that's something.
An ally has been slain.
Alright. Let's see how this develops. That's too bad. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see here. Ah, that's a shame, that's a shame. I like how salty the ROM is. Alright. It's this ROM, he's gonna kill me. Yeah, there I go. It's the ROM that's killing me. What does Subwall have? Okay, he built... Well, I can understand why he built Magi's Cloak. That makes some sense. That was a good ult by the Danzaburou. That was a good ult by the Thanatos as well. The problem is right now is that they're all teamed up right now, and we are not. Oh, that was excellent. That was really sweet. Although also in his and Cerberus's defense, that was, well, not necessarily his defense, but also for Cerberus, that was extremely arrogant, very aggressive. My goodness. Trying to decide if there's anything I would want to necessarily change about my setup right now. Oh wait, these are not our minions. Okay. Good. Some good protections. I have my protections where I want them to be. I just wish I had a little bit more penetration, honestly. So we're definitely on the ropes, but we could still do this. Well, I can take out the waves here. Oh, I got Danza for this, alright. No, we can't afford to retreat yet. I was trying to take out Rom. I'll be fine. No, we're not okay. I didn't know Merlin was right there. I'll be okay. Why are you going in? I don't know what you think you're doing, but... Oh, missed that. Oh, I'm dead. I didn't know I was that low. Ah, that's a shame. The Thanatos is really bad for Kumbhakarna. That passive... Well, I didn't have my passive anyways at that point, but it doesn't matter under the Thanatos execute. That was a good pull. That was a very good pull. They are making a mistake. They're trying to farm up kills right now, but now we have Danzaburou back up, and he's got his ult, so he could probably take out a couple people. The Horus has been really on... Their front line has really been on top of everything, so that's actually some really good work by their front line as well. Just wanted to shout that out. Their front line is extremely good. Yeah, we've lost this. Okay, so what happened? Well, for one thing, their front line was excellent. Our, Sylvanus and I really tried hard as well. I got a little too aggressive at times. I can think of 2 occasions specifically where I was way too aggressive. There was the one where I blinked back to try to kill the Merlin. There was the fight there with the, there was the Apophis as well, so 3 occasions. We won't commend him, though. He was kind of toxic. We won't commend... we'll commend the Susano because he actually did alright. But 3 occasions where I was way too aggressive, and I tried to be the best warrior type that I could. The Cerberus obviously was also oh wow, the Danzaburou did terrible. The Danzaburou was also very aggressive as well. For the most part, this was a matter of our teammates being too aggressive at the wrong times. Hobwall was in a lot of situations he didn't need to be. I think the most exemplary moment was when Sylvanus and I were coming out of the fountain, and for some bizarre reason, Hobwall and Danzaburou were almost in the left jungle on the enemy side. I don't know what they were doing there. When they were killed by Thanatos and 2 other members of the enemy team, they were both very aggressive. Susano was as well, but he's supposed to be because he's, frankly, an assassin. But Hobwa and Danzaburou had no business being in that location. They were often out of position. And the enemy team... I mean, Ram was out of position a couple of times. Merlin was out of position a couple of times. The Thanatos really wasn't, even if it looked like it initially. Although the Thanatos wasn't quite as, I would say, necessarily skilled. I think the enemy team in this particular case had just a better sense of their allies. I think with their individual gods, they weren't quite as used to them. The Ram and the the Ram and the Thanatos had a tendency to miss their ult a little bit more than you would expect from really skilled people. So I think they're probably at like mid-level with their particular gods, or it was an off day for them, one or the other. But overall, I would have to say that, yeah, the enemy team just had a much better sense of team awareness than ours did. Sylvanus and I, you'll notice actually that the star player, well, some of the star players of both teams were the tanks. Cerberus and Horus did really well. Sylvanus and I did really well. Susano did really well. But He Bo and Danzaburou were way too aggressive, and they were often attacking when they were out of position. And while Merlin and Ram also did that, they did that far less. And in Merlin's case, he had Warlock Staff that he could utilize to get himself back out of an ugly situation. So for Merlin, that's a little bit more justified. The Ram, not so much. He didn't have the kind of lifesteal to necessarily make that work. Overall, I think my build was okay. It's the first time I've built Animosity Kumbhakarna. It went okay overall. Would I do it again? Probably not by choice. In this particular circumstance, I did it only because I was trying to be a magic warrior, and it worked out okay for that particular intention. It's something I'll definitely be interested in experimenting with in the future, but, you know, overall in this particular situation, it was just the fact that our damage dealers were just far and away way too aggressive here for this match. That's just how it is. That's what it basically comes down to. I mean, the builds across the board were pretty fine. The Danzaburou had early game problems because he went into Death's Scythe and Transcendence and was playing too aggressively to make that work. He should have been playing way far back, should have been farming, and he wasn't. The Susano's build was overall pretty good. The Mantle of Discord was a sacrifice of damage, which normally I would have a problem with, but given the context that we were pretty far behind, this makes a lot more sense. I don't really like Boomba's Hammer on Susano. This is a personal opinion. You know, sometimes it works really well, but I personally have always felt that 80 true damage is just way too weak for the late game. A bonus 82 a bonus 82, I keep saying 82. A bonus 80 true damage is just not enough. The heal of 5% maximum health sounds fine until you realize Soul Eater just is going to heal you far more and far more consistently than Boomba's Hammer is ever going to. Yes, your active cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. Cooldown reduction is better. I mean, I just don't find this really that useful as an item overall, in my personal opinion. Looking at its passive, looking at its stats, I think it's a huge absorption of gold for very little actual legitimate rewards. By the time the late game rolls around, this often isn't really helping you that much, in my opinion, especially in Clash, where you're pretty much consistently in a team fight. That gets very ugly. So I think this would be the only thing I would criticize on the Susano, would be the Boomba's Hammer. I just don't find it to be effective enough for what it's supposed to be doing, in my personal opinion. The He Bo's build was actually alright. Charon's Coin right off the top for the movement speed, the penetration, and the sustain. Chronos Pendant for the cooldown. Magi's Cloak to not be crowd controlled so often. Alternate timeline for some cooldowns, some protections. A potential lifesaver. The Spear of the Magus is okay on He Bo. I don't usually build this on He Bo personally. It's okay. I would personally say maybe he could have used some lifesteal here, and well, let me rephrase that, more lifesteal here. Bancroft's is really good on He Bo, as an example. Also, I would just say Bancroft's probably would have done him more good. And Rod of Tahuti, again, not something I necessarily would have built here. I think He Bo could really have done with some lifesteal here. He Bo really benefits from a lot of lifesteal because he's got short cooldowns, high damage, very soft body, very squishy, dies really fast. Lifesteal is really the do or die for He Bo, and I think that was He Bo's issue. While none of these items are bad of themselves, and I'll even argue the first 4 items were really well thought out, Spear of the Magus and Rod of Tahuti were just not what He Bo needed at that time. I'm just going to say that just straight up. I think he would have been better off with much more lifesteal. Bancroft's Talon and Typhon's Fang would have done him a lot more good than Rod of Tahuti and Spear of the Magus in this situation, especially given how much damage the enemy was doing. We already covered Danzaburou, and the Sylvanus, he really respected what I was trying to do here. I went right into sovereignty. He didn't build sovereignty. He saw that I was going for he probably recognized my interest in HP, the likelihood that I was going to go for animosity, especially the fact that I mentioned it in the beginning of the game. So the picking up of Talisman of Energy, I really appreciate. The Sylvanus was really on point here. Sylvanus is a little toxic, but overall, in terms of actual gameplay and strategy game sense, Sylvanus was excellent. I agree with most of Sylvanus' calls there, the retreat calls and everything. There were 2 points where I disagreed. One where I was correct, one where I was not. One where I got out just fine. I was fine. I knew I was going to be fine. And the Sylvanus was yelling retreat at me constantly. I was right there. That was the first time Sylvanus was really yelling retreat at me. The second time, I wasn't the one who went in. Susano was. I was just trying to save Susano. I did, but I died for it, if I'm remembering that context correctly. And then the third time, I was wrong. I was not fine. That last retreat call, I was not fine. That was on me. That was on me not recognizing the lack of information we had at that time. The Merlin, we already talked about the Merlin, kind of. I am surprised that Charon's Coin was built last, but I can respect it because at that point you're building it for the penetration, not for the sustain, so that's fine. He was working on the Warlock staff, so that makes some sense there. I love Rod of Tahuti on Merlin, by the way, because his passive buffs his, his next auto attack. He's got like a miniature Polynomicon effect on his autos. After he uses an ability, he gets like, I don't know, 5% damage increase on his autos. I can't quite remember the specific wording of his passive, but Rod of Tahuti buffs that even more, so that's really nice. Not necessarily buffs with the passive, but just doing a little extra damage with an auto attack that's already doing extra damage is just a really nice thing. The ROM built Dominance, which surprises me a little. I haven't seen this in a hot minute, but they did buff it. It's still not as good as Titan's Bane, in my opinion. It gives you a little bit more power. Gives you some mana and MP5. For ROM, I'll probably say, yeah, Dominance is better. I forgot that they buffed it to 15% pen. In terms of pen, though, you're still going to get more out of Titan's Bane, but you have to then ask yourself, do I need the mana and do I need the 15 extra power? Often, I'm still preferring Titan's Bane. Rom is okay because he has, I think the only thing that doesn't utilize his, that isn't technically considered a basic attack, I think, is his ultimate. I think his entire kit, I think his rooting arrow is still considered a basic attack. I know for a fact his attack speed buff is, and I'm pretty sure that his piercing arrows are also considered a basic attack as well. So this is actually overall really good for Rom, but in a lot of contexts, I think Titan's Bane is better. Overall, not a bad build. The putting on Atlanta's bow over Dominance was a really smart move, and then Silver Branch on top of that was probably slightly over. Yeah, I think it was 5% overcapping, but that's barely anything, so that's fine. The Blood-Soaked Shroud on the Cerberus with that Fire Breath is fantastic. Well, actually, Blood-Soaked Shroud gives Cerberus health and mana back for all of his abilities. All of his entire kit does damage, so that's really actually quite an awesome pickup. And I have seen warrior-type Cerberuses build it before and be very effective with it, and this was huge for Cerberus. Pretty much full damage except for Gem of Isolation. Pretty similar to what I was doing. I went pretty much full damage except for Tyrannical Plate Helm, essentially, and I went Animosity rather than Vampiric Shroud. I'm sorry, Blood-Soaked Shroud, because I don't heal quite as much. My abilities don't do quite as much damage as Cerberuses do, but I did have the ability to lock people down and allow me to auto-attack them quite a decent bit. So that's why I went with the Animosity build, is because, when I put an enemy to sleep, I hit them, they're slowed. So I don't need any more slows on top of that. I have a root, great, now they're rooted and I get to slap them in the face with Animosity strikes. Great. I wasted my Sundering Spear half the time because I'm really bad at aiming this. I'm just not in the habit of using it. That's on me. This, I think, is tough to use. Sylvanus threw it out there a couple of times. I tried to use it. I won't say that it was useless, because there were times I really appreciated it, but I do feel like this is just a really tough item to properly use. But Sylvanus definitely did the best that I've ever seen with it so far. I just thought I'd mention that as well. I totally forgot to mention that. The Cerberus had Sundering Spear, of course. Cerberus and I, like I said, had very similar ideas. The Cerberus obviously is just better with Vampiric Shroud than Kumbhakarna is with Animosity. That's just the way it goes. I am somewhat curious about the Talisman of Energy. I think that was a little overkill. I think Cerberus would have been better off with Bulwark of Hope. A little bit more magic protections. You get a nice passive health shield. I don't think your team really needed the movement speed and attack speed that much, in my opinion. Rom obviously really appreciated that. Thanatos to some extent. Merlin a bit, I guess. Merlin, though, wants to use an ability between his auto attacks, so... I mean, theoretically. But... because he can store up to, like, 3 of them. But I would just say... the only thing I would criticize with the Cerberus would be the Talisman of Energy. I think that was a little bit unnecessary here. I think Bulwark of Hope would have been a better choice. Or, I mean, I know Horus had Contagion, but I think Pestilence would have also been a really strong choice here. Get 200 health, 80 magic protections, I think would have been a really strong move here. Notice that another big difference is Cerberus has natural penetration in his Fire Breath. Kumbhakarna doesn't have that. So, that is also an interesting little comparison there, where Cerberus didn't need the penetration. I did, but I just didn't have the space to fit it, really, because I wanted more protections, because we were behind. If we were more ahead, I could have sacrificed something like Tyrannical Plate Helm for a little bit of penetration there. But unfortunately, we were far enough behind where I didn't want to risk that overall. So, that was something of a problem. The Thanatos, of course, really strong build. Jotuns, Hydras, Heartseeker, you know, fantastic. Titan's Bane, Bloodforge, yep. Mannequin Hidden Blade. 20% of their maximum health is physical damage. Can be fine, it really depends on how your timing is. Not a bad thing, it's just a bit inconsistent. But the Thanatos is far enough ahead at that point where that wasn't really going to matter anyways. So, you know, props to the Thanatos for that either way. But overall, good game. They played it really well. For us, it was mostly an issue of our damage being too aggressive for the front line. I was too aggressive several times myself. It's why I died 6 times. I probably could have died, I would say, 2 less times if I'd played a little bit safer. But, you know, I hadn't built Animosity Kumbha, so this was a really interesting experiment. Does it work? Kind of. Would I recommend it? No. Not without further testing. I definitely needed some form of penetration. I probably should have built Demonic Grip or Obshard or Voidstone, but I built none of these. But I actually should have done Retrospectively, and I just now realized this. Instead of Pestilence, I should have built Contagion. And instead of the Tyrannical Plate Helm, I should have built Voidstone. That's what I should have done. That would have helped me so much. It would have helped my team so much. That is what I should have done. Retrospectively, that would have been a far more effective build than what I had there. Going to, you know, Sovereignty, fine. Voidstone. Contagion. Stone of Gaia. Shogun's Kusari. Animosity. That is the items I should have built and the order I should have built them in. That was on me. I mean, I still did okay, but I could have built better. There was definitely room for improvement there. But, yeah, overall, that's all really I'm going to say about this match. It just basically comes down to our damage dealers were too aggressive without the front line being there. I could have improved my build quite a bit more. Habwa's last 2 items needed to be lifesteal. Susano built Boomba's Hammer for some unknown foreign reason. And the enemy team just straight up had better coordination, better awareness, better positioning. So, if anybody tells you positioning is not important in Clash, they're lying to your face. It is. But anyways, thank you all very much for joining me. And if you liked this, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't, please ignore me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, requests, or anything like that, please leave them down in the comment section below. And thank you all very much for joining me. Have a great 24 hours.